Welcome back, guys. So more testing to be done here, so more product in the door. We have the new Ping blueprint irons.
One of the sort of early, I've never seen something get released, kind of leaked
Yeah.
so far in advance.
It takes so long to actually hit the market.
Because it's funny, like I was excited to hit them, but when you finally had them, I was almost like, oh yeah, there they are. Like I've
known
heard of
about
them
for a
for
while.
like 6 months.
It's very true.
Yeah.
I think it was almost a full year from when, I think the first person I saw with them was Louis Oosthuizen.
Yeah, I think so too.
Last summer, I want to say at the Open Championship, I think he put them in play or something like that, and they took a little while to come out, and obviously not a volume product by Ping, so maybe they weren't really in a rush while they were doing some other things. But
good point.
The iron connoisseurs were really desperate to try them, so it was sort of.
Yeah, true. The iBlade.
Moving on, from the sort of iBlade, actually quite different from iBlade when you look
it really is. Yeah.
When you look at it.
This is it's a blade. This blueprint iron. It
It's
really is.
as true a blade as there is, and
It's a blade.
And for that reason, we're actually going to test it next to another true blade.
Yep.
So last week you done, probably surprisingly well.
Shockingly well.
With that 620 MB.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do a little comparison side by side with those two, and see sort of how they differ.
I think a lot of the curiosity lately has just been kind of, there's a lot of really good looking blades on the market, and people are like me, we're just not considering playing them.
Yeah.
And I think just maybe there's a possibility that more people could play a few blades in their set, see some benefit from it. There seems to be a lot of curiosity about kind of getting into these. And I don't think we've hit blades very often before.
We really haven't.
For that reason, just because, how many people really are going to play them? But I think it's a fun experiment to see, okay, let's kind of remove any sort of past bias towards it and say, okay, well, what is realistically required to hit a bladed iron?
And this is such a good time for us to do it, because we are going to be hitting MP20 SEL for you.
That's right, yeah.
We will be trying, obviously we did try 620 CBMB. Blueprint kind of fits into the same category as those. So the timing probably couldn't be much better to do that test.
Lots of kind of exciting blade and player iron releases these days.
There's just a lot of cool product out right now. There really is. I think everyone's kind of getting that impression from us that we are enjoying the products we have at our disposal right now. And there's lots and lots of good stuff. Good time for testing.
Absolutely. So let's do blueprint first.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Well, we're just kind of fresh after filming with the P790 iron, so let's move the green back a little bit.
Slight departure, I would think, in many ways.
We're not expecting the same performance.
So these blueprints, they're not hollow. There's a port here, but what is that? Just a weight?
Correct.
Okay. Because I think that was one thing people wondered, is there a hollow piece, but it's not.
Yeah, no, it's a tungsten screw.
Tungsten screw?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Nice one out the gates there, Matty.
It's pretty well struck.
Nicely done.
Do those swings look like
Quite interesting, Matty. You have a really hard time turning this one over.
Yeah, why is it going so far left?
I mean, obviously the significant minimal offset is going to impact rotation for you. You're striking them quite similar.
They don't feel they don't feel like they're poorly hit. I'm kind of looking up and it's heading left.
That's really nice.
That's good.
Really well hit.
Yeah, that's a good swing. It's a little more
really
like it.
Nice, really flush.
There's definitely not a lot of help going on, is there? Kind of you get what you put into it.
You're surprised how low that spin rate's coming out for you.
I'm a little bit surprised, yeah. Yeah, those are all pretty good swings.
Pretty good. Okay. How does it feel?
It definitely feels a little firmer than I think other blades you tested?
It does sound. I mean, 8620 is a fairly soft steel, but
yeah,
it's not kind of in your Mizuno range when it comes to softness and acoustics.
There's a bit of a clicking there, I think.
Does sound like that.
A little bit of a clicky sound.
And even going back to sort of the old ping irons of the past, the S58s and things like that, they all had the same sort of thing. And I think that's more probably of what this is. Rather than it being an evolution of iBlade, I think it's more of what did the guys like? 'Cause a lot of the guys used to play those, still play those S58s.
Bubba had those for forever, didn't he?
57s, 56s, those ones sort of. All right, I'm going to pop on the Titleist and see if we can get a bit of a contrast going on here.
Okay. It's definitely a lot more kind of rounded in the toe.
Blueprint's very square, isn't it? Very, very square, yeah. It sounded so much better than the ping.
Yeah, it did. That was a little thin maybe, but...
It's nice.
That was definitely a good one.
A little thin.
Definitely thin. That's good.
I mean, I'm seeing quite a lot of torque off the head because of the shiny kind of back part of that head. I can see the amount of twist that's going on.
When it's been missing?
Yeah, I'm really seeing that toggle quite a lot at impact.
Interesting. So that one was pretty well struck.
It was well struck, yeah.
That's nice.
That was lovely.
Do it. Oh, you.
Cheeky rascal.
That's good too. That's not going to be a shock to people. These definitely feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I think if you were a real iron connoisseur, the sound of the ping might give you a little bit of a hard time. I mean, that harmonic tuning that Mizuno talk about is such an interesting one. Like, you know, the length of the sound and the depth of the sound. And
how much they look into that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it plays such a role in the feedback from the golf club.
It's quite amazing.
This is quite good though.
Yeah, no, this is kind of reminding me of how we saw outside.
But
from these,
and here comes the but. In terms of performance, like, there's nothing in it.
Yeah,
nothing.
True.
And if anything, you know, you could argue Blueprint, okay, slightly quicker, slightly higher, spun slightly more.
Yeah.
You would be pretty hard pushed to make an argument against the performance of Blueprint.
Yeah, it would only be if someone preferred the look of the Titleist that much more that they were. But no, you're right. It was a little bit better.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good image of both of them right there.
Very I mean, it's more like, to me, it's more like these kind of perform as you would expect a blade to.
Yeah.
It's more that Ping has sort of made an iron that performs more like a blade than they used to have, because the iBlade wasn't a blade really. It was more of a cavity back iron.
Very much. I mean, if you look at the kind of design of it, it kind of looks like that Glide 2.0.
Yeah, it does.
The way the back is shallowed out and
with that little kind of little insert
there.
In
there.
Yeah, interesting. Well, to me, if you're a Ping person, at least now you have a Ping blade. If you are the player that doesn't want any sort of kind of chunky iron, I don't know that people will love the feel of it. But then again, if there's people that prefer a firmer feeling iron, but they perform very, very close.
And also, if you like a slightly softer compression golf ball, the acoustics that come off of that versus an XV,
that's a pretty firm ball.
It's a pretty firm ball. So if you're playing sort of Pro V1, if you're playing sort of XV, if you're playing the softer version of any of the premium golf balls, it probably would sound a little bit different as well. So that the ping, could change a little bit. Where we always know that indoors, when we use an XV, the pitch goes up a little bit more.
True.
So we were probably a little more conscious of it. But,
yeah,
you know, for me, I just like the sound of the Titleist.
Yeah, I think it's got a nice sound. I think maybe a little bit of the same kind of turf interaction is what I was feeling, that leading edge being
pre-worn.
Blunted and this isn't.
Definitely.
That kind of stuff you would perceive in the strike. So that's 2 really good irons. Definitely
good options for the pure ball striker, the guy who's looking for that feedback. And we're talking with Chris last week about sort of Mizuno and their philosophy and the exposure of the feedback.
That was a good chat.
Yeah, that type of player wants to know when they've mishit one.
They're not trying to mask a mishit at all.
Absolutely.
With us, and you'll see that in the video we did. I really could feel where you struck. You struck that
kind of
ball.
opposite even of where someone like a PXG are going.
True.
with the sort of the gel, the TPE that they have inside that. That's obviously making the whole head feel very similar because the vibration, the sound, the acoustics are masked of any of the mishits. So not with these, my friends.
Not with these.
No,
these are not forgiven.
No masking of the mishit.
No, they're both. I hit a couple of stinkers with both, and you definitely felt them.
Yeah.
And they showed. They didn't go very far.
No, it's so true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably evidence for you, even after last week, probably evidence for you that you still wouldn't dive into this.
I would only consider going like 8-9 pitching wedge.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going down 600, but there's just no point.
Yeah.
There's nothing happening for me that's over an improvement over something with a bit of a cavity. So.
Interesting.
All right. Nice stuff, though.
Yep. Definitely one for the connoisseur, that's for sure.
Very good.
Okay. Stay tuned, guys. More testing to come, and we'll be back again soon.